Tell anyone that you've started writing your life story, you will sometimes get this. What are you going to call it? It's always good to have an answer to stop people bugging you. In this video, we'll talk about titling your story and where to get ideas from. A story title won't really make or break your story, but it will draw attention to potential readers. There are many excellent stories that have had boring or weird titles. But my advice to you is to have a good story and a good title as well. Come up with some titles and then ask a few people what they think about them. Titles are pretty important when marketing your story because they are the first thing a person sees when they're looking for something to read. Here are a few things to think about. Don't complicate your title. It may make sense to you, but others may be shrugging their shoulders. Have any of you ever seen one of those ads on TV when the storyline just doesn't seem to have any connection at all to the product that they're promoting? Don't you just shake your head and switch off your brain, not the TV? Remember, you will probably be saying your title 1,000 times or more. So the title should be able to roll off your tongue somewhat easily at least. If you practice saying it a lot, you'll become a master at it. But if you want others to pass on information about your story, then how will they do that effectively if your title has them bumbling all the time? Your title should speak to the book's soul. And in the case of life story, it will inevitably be a drama, an adventure, a romance, a comedy, a tragedy, and some people may feel a science fiction. But somewhere amongst your sea of words, one genre stands out more than all the others. A tragedy could have shaped who you are. A comedy could have helped you cope. An adventure could have been your driving force, and so on. As you get closer to finding the soul of your story, you get closer to titling it. Your title should give the readers at least some idea of what your story is about. Could be a place, maybe where you lived most of your life. For example, Paradise Behind Bars, My Life Growing Up in Africa. It could be your name, followed by a subtitle. It might be a conflict or challenge you faced, for example, arranging the pieces, My Life as an Organizer. Or it could refer to honor of yourself or of others. It might be something light-hearted, like your personality, or something spiritual, for example, The Sand Angel, My Story of Adaptation. Or something about your position in the family, like middle child syndrome. It could also be about your journey to freedom, an internal journey or a geographical journey. Or it could symbolize conflict against yourself or someone else. For example, if I'd shut my eyes, I'd be dead. It could have a double or symbolic meaning, like numerology or animal totems. Title options are vast, but as you will find out, there's only one title that really fits. How many times does it happen when you finally come up with a great title and you discover that it's already taken? Search the internet before you get too attached to your title. But not so fast. Let's backpedal here just a bit. If you are still in the process of writing your story, your title can wait. It's like naming a baby. Sometimes before the baby is even born, you spend hours trying to find the perfect name for it. And then when you take your first look at those puffy cheeks, hairy back, matted hair, you realize it's not really a lily or a leaf. The same goes for your book titles. In fact, many book titles come to you as you proofread, as you edit. They bounce off the page and stare right at you. So what are you going to tell anyone who asks? What are you going to call it? What they're trying to do is to gain insight into your past, your secrets, your vision, and these are some of the things that you may not even figured out yourself yet. So it's always good to have an answer to this question though. So this is where a working title comes in handy. Have fun with this. There are no rules here. For example, Penny's Family and Other Animals, Lucky Linda, Bruce in a Book, Norman's Not So Normal Life, Much Ado About Max.
As you consider what your title will be, remember the importance of finding a good story title as you think about places, challenges, spirituality, and journeys.
In this course, How to Write Your Life Story, you've traveled afar. You've spent time with your ancestors, played with your child, cruised with your teenager, and unraveled all the stories of your past, while at the same time, you have demonstrated who you are today and predicted what's in store for you and the whole world tomorrow. Thanks for inviting me to be your Sherpa, guiding you through the storms and serenity of life story, and smiling as you place your flag, namely your story title, on top of this monumental achievement that will change people's lives on a planet that will never be the same again. I applaud and admire you.